Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Toxplicity and happy new year to you. We're starting the new year off right by jumping straight back into our What Reddit Thinks of Pokemon Legends ZA series here on the channel. I have a few really good posts here from some Reddit users that we're going to discuss. But if you guys have any sort of ideas or speculation on the game, definitely drop them in the comments below and we shall discuss further. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. The first post here we're going to discuss in today's video is from That One Friend 265. They go on to say, am I the only one who thinks that Pokemon Legends ZA won't follow the same game style as Pokemon Legends Arceus? And then they go on to just discuss why they think that. Now, I don't believe they're going to venture too far away from the art styles of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think we might get a little bit of a change in some kind of environmental textures and things like that. And obviously the Pokemon are going to be different because we're kind of going back to Kalos Generation 6. So I feel like we're going to do a little bit of a shift in maybe a color gradient or just the overall environment textures. But I don't think the game style is going to be too different from Legends of Arceus. Now, it is a Legends game, so I think this is just going to be the series that they're going to run with for a while, in line with some of the mainline games that we're going to see. Now, this post was also a bit of a thread, so the next post here was by Regular Mo in response. So they go on to say, I think it's going to be Power World except better. Nintendo hasn't had that pressure, and they skipped a year coincidentally after Power World released and broke records. I kind of agree with this. I feel like since Power World came out, they weren't going to do the legal thing, and then they are now suing Power World. I think this is going to create a bit of an interesting aspect to the game. Maybe they're working on it a little bit more in depth. Maybe they found some features that fans really liked from Power World that they're not going to copy, but try and incorporate into their games. And I think maybe the battle styles are going to be slightly different. I don't think they're going to go rip off Power World directly, and I don't think it's going to venture too far from Legends of Arceus, but it would be cool if we kind of see a bit of a blend. That would be really cool. So there's another post here, but it's a bit longer, so I'll quickly cut and jump straight into that. So this post by Cadus Rit is a response to that first initial post as well. So it's an urban development theme, but that just means the land is going to be essentially terraformed into what will eventually be Lumiose. Depending on the size of the map itself, it's possible that in terms of scaling, we are talking about a large singular map where the humans are trying to progress while wild Pokemon are attempting to adapt, which would be really cool. So there's some similarities down here that they also list. PLA had alpha Pokemon, PLZA will most likely reintroduce Mega Evolution, which is already confirmed. And then PLA introduced new fast-paced catching mechanics, even made possible by being able to silently move through tall grass. PLZA takes place during the urban development period, meaning it's more likely we'll have land that is still in the process of being terraformed, so no tall grass and anything like that. And there's a few other posts there as well that he goes on, or they go on to note. So one interesting takeaway from this is I feel like we are going to be helping develop the town. I know it's set slightly in the future, and we can see by some of the trailer footage that there's already a city there, but I feel like we're going to assist in building that city. And I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into a Pokemon game, whether we have to set up gyms and fight battles and, you know, help wild Pokemon or fight off wild Pokemon. But I feel like we're going to incorporate some sort of story with the urban development of Lumiose City into Pokemon Legends ZA. And I feel like Pokemon Legends Arceus definitely set the foundations for this game to take the next step from, which is going to be really cool for us Pokemon fans. And I completely understand why they're taking that extra time to make sure this game is good. So Shrinklon here has a hot take. Generally curious if everyone agrees with me here. What if Legends ZA takes place about 6 months after Legends Arceus, and the story starts off as your Arceus character getting a notification from God telling him/her to go to Kalos to save their region as well. Now, this would be kind of interesting to see a fan-made game do this, but I don't think the Pokemon Legends ZA is going to start like this at all. Wouldn't be surprised if we wake up like we kind of did in Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I feel like Pokemon Legends ZA might already establish the character as being an important piece of the town or city that we're trying to develop, an already established important part of a story. I don't think we're going to start fresh exactly like we do with Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I mean, it would be kind of a story continuation if that does happen. But it's a hot take, it's an interesting one. but I don't think I agree with Shrinklon here. And finally, we have a post by Pokemon Fan 587, and they try and predict the starter Pokemon, and their predictions are pretty cool. I wouldn't be mad if they're the starter Pokemon. I do like Snivy a lot. I do like Totodile a lot. Litten isn't my favorite, but I'm sure it will grow on me. Would be interesting to see Chikorita or Piplup in there too, because obviously I'm a massive fan of Piplup, so any game with Piplup as a starter, I'm going to enjoy. But it's interesting that they put Chimchar and a couple other Pokemon there in I don't know. And then Gen 9, they left above the I don't know. I feel like Chimchar is probably a little bit higher up in my considerations than Papillon and Grookey. But yeah, Cyndaquil, Oshawott in Legends Arceus, so, and Rowlet, my apologies, left them out. But I don't think they're going to be in this game, obviously. Unlikely is a very interesting one too, because Tepig and Turtwig, I feel like, could potentially get new forms and be the starter Pokemon, but their prediction is probably going to be close to what I'm thinking. I might even throw Chimchar in there. I might even say Snivy, Totodile, and Chimchar are my selection. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys are enjoying this series still. We're going to keep it going up until Pokemon Legends ZA does come out, so hopefully we get some more information, some more leaks, some more rumors coming out soon, so we can just keep this content flowing. I'm going to be hopefully playing through some more Pokemon games on the channel soon as well, so if you have any recommendations, definitely drop them down below in the comments. We're just going to be playing a whole variety of games on the channel here, so hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your new year, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.